They don't let my people go. They are called by my name, says the Lord. We are Biafrans, that is who we are. We don't want election in Biafra land. Chukwe, Chukwe, no, 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 Chime, Chime, Piene, Manyo, Chukwa, Biafra, Chukwu, Nyani, Jabamba, Chukwu, Biafra, Chimazina, you're not a man that will lie, you're not a man of love. You're not a God that was made by the hands of man. I am your cotton, Casey Bonama. I am Taga for people, man, it is time, no more time, make it, it is now, on your word, it is time for nothing can no freedom. But it's a body, it's time for new dimension. Ewune wegodu apachi ya na churu yichi Watane wegine apachi ya nenye yemi Chukwu abịama n'ogeruo Amelumala Aimanino ya See them as in the garden Chukwu abịama arise and scatter Nzapụtara Israel Bikobianu n'ụlọ anyị Anya bịakọtara Kesi bona mama, anya taga for people, it is time, no more time, make it, it is now, on the it is time, for nothing can no freedom, but it's it's time for new dimension, only you that we have, if it don't be you, then for that they come our land.
Share the video on your platform, like and share. Like and share on your Welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. Please, as you join, try to share the video on your platform. Try to share the video to family and friends. Try to share the video to everyone that's around you so that people can join us. And as you join, you share. Also like the video. You like, when you are liking, you are inviting people to join us. And when you invite people, you are actually preaching the gospel and you are sending out message. You are preaching the message of Biafra. It is not compulsory that every one of us will be out there to broadcast. As you are sharing the video, you are actually doing a very important job. When you are sharing the video, you are doing a very important job, and that job is to encourage Biafrans, is to make sure that their voice is being heard. That is why we are here. I appreciate everybody who have connected to the broadcast. Any place you are joining from, if you join from Biafra land, you join from Asia, you join from Europe, from America, from Australia, I say may Chukwu be my guide and protect you. Remember, each time I come on this platform, I always remind you that we don't come here to gossip. Neither do we come here to peddle lies or to blackmail anybody. No. We come here to talk about our freedom, to encourage ourselves, to talk to ourselves, and to look for a way forward. That is what we do here. And I will continue to do that until Biafra comes. May Chukwu guide and protect you as you're standing firm and also working for the freedom of Biafra. Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying or what anybody is doing. Biafra will definitely come. It is signed and sealed. No matter the blackmail, no matter the propaganda, no matter the lies, Biafra will definitely come, no matter the attack. Today, if you look at the topic, I said Biafra unmask the masked man in Biafra restoration. Unmasking the masked man in the Biafra restoration. There are so many masked people in Biafra restoration. In the restoration of Biafra, there are so many masked men. And I thank Chukwu Okabiama, the stage that we are today is the stage at which most of them has been unmasked, and more people will be unmasked. There are so many wolves in sheepskin in the struggle for Biafra. When you see them, you think they are with you, but they are never with you and will never ever be with you. They smile with you. Some of them, they will shout all hail Biafra with you. Some will post the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their platform. Some will play the record of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some will shout for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name more than you do. Some will even print a jersey or polo and put picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on it. But yet, these are the masked people. But I thank Chukwu Okabiama who has brought us where we are today. Today, we are no longer doubting who are those following and who those who are not following. If you are a sincere and genuine Biafra and you are still telling me that you are confused, you don't know where to follow, you don't know whom to follow, it means from the onset you have not been a Biafran and you're not following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today will tell me that he or she is confused. No genuine follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will tell me that he doesn't know whom to follow at this point in time that we are. Every table that has to be shaken has been shaken. Everyone that is hiding under their mask, the mask have been pulled out. Those who have been pretending to be fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu while they are looking for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's death, they have been unmasked. The question will be asking, who betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The question has been answered. So what are you waiting? Why won't you know who to follow? Why won't you tell me that you don't know whom to follow? Why would you tell me you don't know where to invest your strength, invest your energy, invest your money? The restoration of Biafra is for real. It's for real. Both those who are wearing the mask and the politics, you see them as being exposed. And that is why I believe strongly. When I remember the word of our brother Simon Ekpa, when he talked about the autopilot, the very day before talked about it, Chukwu Okabiama taking charge. I can see Chukwu Okabiama taking charge of everything. In every area, Chukwu Okabiama by himself is revealing things that are hidden. Unmasking the evil men, all those deceivers. He's unmasking them. Unmasking them. Even in IPOB, so many of them have your mask. Those who are pretending to be, when you talk to them, they will say, tell you about command and control. They will tell you that they were the one that started the struggle with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will tell you that they put their signature, they were there when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu signed the signature of Biafra. But they were never with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the people who have been drawing him back. When he moved 2 steps forward, they push him 3 steps backward. But Chukwu Okabiama, being who he is today, have opened another channel and gave us a spokesperson. And today, you see what is happening. You can no longer be confused. Every masked man today has been unmasked, and more people will be unmasked. If you are not genuine and you're still hiding, even under claiming that you are in autopilot, when we know you're not, because autopilot is just like I see autopilot as just like when you talk about Christianity is not just a religion; it is a way of life. People who were called Christian, we are called Christian because they were seen behaving like Christ. It was their attitude that made them to be called Christian, not because of whatever they call themselves or whatever they were doing. It was their behavior, their attitude that gave them that name, Christians. But in the present day, it's not the same way. The same thing in autopilot. If you are an autopilot, you don't need to register anywhere. We don't need to say you registered here, you did this or you did that. By your work, you will be known. If Chukwu Okabiama is using you for the restoration of Biafra, just a mere work, the way you talk, what you do, and your actions shows whom you are. You can't hide. And if you're one of those who is pretending, still pretending, causing hindrances, pushing people back, you don't want to go out and you don't want to go in, you will be crushed. Certainly you will be disgraced and crushed. If you're one of those sitting on the fence, you are sitting in between, you don't want to go in, you're not going in or coming out, you'll be crushed. Definitely will be crushed. And nothing is going to stop that. If it doesn't happen in a question of weeks, it will happen in months. If it doesn't happen in months, it will happen in years. But it will definitely happen. Certainly, it will definitely happen. Today, every of us have woke up and see the person that the man that is giving you the hopeless hope. P2B that is giving you a hopeless hope. You have seen the person you have chosen as his vice. Look at the person he chose as his vice. A foreigner. He went and chose a foreigner as his vice. Even when we are struggling to get out of the foreigners that came from the Sahel, we are trying and struggling to run away from the foreigner that came from Sahel, that came with their false message of a fraud, that came with jihad. We are trying so hard to get away from them. P2B is dragging us back into that thing that's going to take our lives. When we say that no election in Biafra land, when we say that election cannot solve any solution, it cannot bring solution, people don't believe it. But every day you begin to see different things coming out. Today, the very person that P2B went and chose as his vice president is not a Nigerian, a Mauritanian Fulani. A Mauritanian Fulani. You see him pretending and speaking Queen's English as if he knows what he's doing. This is the brother to the Baba Ahmed, what do you call it? The chief, the spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum, Baba Ahmed. Baba Ahmed, that you know, that supports everything that is Islamic. He supports everything that is criminality, and he hates the Southeast as much as anything. Baba Ahmed, his brother, is the person that P2B is choosing to be his running mate. You see why you must leave Nigeria? Because there is no way you can be able to make things okay. There is no any place you put your foot, they are there. As long as you're talking about politics, wherever you put your step, before you finish your conclusion, the Fulanis will plant an agent over there. They will plant an agent to checkmate you and take over. And that is what they have done to Peter Obi. Peter Obi have chosen a brother to Baba Ahmed, a foreigner, a Fulani foreigner from Mauritania. He didn't even see anybody to choose. He didn't see any Hausa man to choose. Another Fulani man from Mauritania. You see him presenting himself as a gentleman, presenting himself as a knowledgeable person. Just like his brother, Baba Ahmed, who is the elder of the Northern Forum. Go and see. Even when they were talking about the southern president, you see the way he was talking so violently. When you talk about stopping open grazing, he came out and he challenged, why must you stop open grazing? When you speak everything about Baba Ahmed will rise up and fight and speak all manner of evil. These are the people who don't want us to see the daylight. This is Baba Ahmed that you compare IPOB. Comparing IPOB with a terrorist group. Today, his brother is coming as a vice president. And when you see him talking, you think he's with you. The Fulani Caliphate, the Fulani Janjaweed are master planners when it comes to the Zoological Republic politics. And that is why they say we don't know how to play politics. They are right. They are right. Biafrans don't know how to play that kind of their dirty policies. Biafrans cannot be involved in it. Biafrans are not interested in it. That dirty politics they play in the Zoological Republic, that kind of their politics, they see it that we don't know how to play. You see them on media, every one of them coming out to say. You see their Kwamposo coming to talk down on the Igbo Biafra and say that none of them know how to, that they know everything, they know threat, they are intelligent, they are brave, but when it comes to politics, they don't. When it comes to Nigerian kind of politics, the Fulanis will always continue to lead. They are masterclass. Welcome so much. Welcome, Diana. Thank you for joining. They are masterclass. But we have to wake up from all our sleep and slumber. Every single one of us should wake up. When we are saying, do not put your faith or your hope in the Zoological Republic, do not put your faith or your hope in anything that has to do with this, their election. People will think it's a child's play. People will think it's out of hatred. It is not out of hatred. It is for your life to be saved. It is for life to save. When we are saying that Nigeria, the Zoological Republic should end, when we are calling for the disintegration of the Zoological Republic, it is because nothing on the planet Earth will make that country work. There is no way you can escape the Fulanis in that Zoological Republic. They are master planners, and they are the kind of dirty policies they play in zoological republic of Nigeria. There's no way you can be able to come into that very zoological republic to do anything without them getting involved. Look at all of you from the southern part of Nigeria. They were shouting about, you're shouting about P2B, thinking he's going to bring them. Today, he has gone to choose a foreigner out of all the people in the zoological republic whom he sought to choose is a foreigner from Mauritania. The brother, the cousin to Baba Hamed, the Northern Forum spokesperson. A man that you know that is so fraudulent, a man that you know that doesn't support anything in the South. A man that is so nepotic, just like Buhari. A man that supports the Fulani herdsmen with all his muscles and all his powers. He doesn't see anything wrong in them. He always tries to equate the Boko Haram with the IPOB. This is the man Peter Obi went and chose to be his vice president. And he came to begin to tell him, as he began to see him making an announcement as an educated person, well-learned person. Because this is how they deceive you. This is how they deceive you. Now you begin to see, when we tell you that even if Peter Obi succeed in being that president, they will kill us more. More life will be lost. Now you begin to see why we say that. Now you begin to see it more clearer. That it doesn't matter who becomes the president of that zoological republic, things will get worse. It doesn't matter who turns around to become the president of the zoological republic, things will definitely get worse. It will continue to get worse. And if you're one of those who is dreaming that somehow, miracle or magic is going to happen and you see a turnaround, it will never happen. The only thing that can guarantee your safety is what? Self-determination through referendum. If you're a Rudwa person, self-determination will guarantee you safety. If you're from Biafra land, self-determination will guarantee you safety. You can be able to protect your borders and know people who come in and people who go out. Including people in the northern part of Nigeria. When they are ready self-determination, when you disintegrate the country, they will be forced to close their border. Then they will know that they have a small space and they will not be allowing all manner of Fulani from all over the world to come and settle in their area. They will begin to checkmate them. But because now you left the borders open, they feel they can be able to grab land from the southern part of Nigeria. That is why they are inviting their Fulani from all over the world to come and settle in the Zoological Republic. Disintegrate that Zoological Republic and disintegrate the interest. Once you break it up, the interest will die a natural death. It will die. Every single region will now be serious to protect that area. Every single region will now be ready to identify those who are their citizens and those who are not. But as long as you continue to be on one path, as long as people continue to gather, as long as you see people, this fake gathering, as long as you continue to see these people pretending to love each other when there's no love, when they are full with hatred, with anger, with strife, and you are playing into them, you are following them, you are listening to them, I just pity you. Those people call themselves one Nigerian, I pity them, because one Nigeria will definitely happen to them. And when it happens to them, they should pray that they will be alive to tell the story. Look at it. Everything is coming out. Just in a short period of time, the whole thing that I've been hiding is now being unveiled. There will be no election in Biafra land. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter their weapon or warfare. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for the spokesperson we have today. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama who have raised our brother Simon Ekpa to continue to hold the flag for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. Mazi Simon Ekpa is building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This very step he is taking now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started it before he was kidnapped. This preparation for march, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started. That was where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was before he was kidnapped. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preparing us to march and get our nation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was making that preparation before he was kidnapped. But immediately he was kidnapped, those who claim to be close to him, those who claim to be the people who established IPOB with him, every single one of them forgot the assignment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was embarking on before he was kidnapped. They forgot the roadmap that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept on the ground. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put a structure, a roadmap that will lead us to Biafra. He finished everything, he kept the roadmap. All that is remaining is for somebody to pick up that roadmap and continue to follow it, give direction until we get Biafra. But when Mazi Nnamdi was kidnapped, those who that was supposed to be their responsibility, They threw it away to the winds. And Chukwu Okike rose up by himself and created the autopilot. That was when the autopilot became effective. Chukwu Okike by himself established another way for restoration. And Master Simon Ekpa was anointed by Chukwu Okike. Master Nnamdi Kanu gave him the anointing even from this side. Master Nnamdi recognized him and told him, go and broadcast to Radio Biafra. The enemies couldn't allow him. Those who sold Master Nnamdi Kanu, they couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand it. They came with a manner of trick. They wanted to cage him. And they wanted to take away his platform. And Chukwu Okike revealed to him, spoke to him, don't do that. Ignore them. And he ignored them. That is why we are still hearing about Biafra today. We are hearing about Biafra today because Chukwu Okike used Simon Ekpa to destroy the enemies. All those people who wear a mask, who has been wearing mask, they have been wearing masks, surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, confusing him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is human. He is not a spirit. He is not God. He is human. So, he cannot see everything. He cannot be everywhere at every time. He was playing his own role as a leader, doing what he's supposed to do. But those who were behind him, so many of them were betrayers. So many of them were not ready for Biafra. So many of them are just daydreamers. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was living in the reality of Biafra, so many other people were living in their dreams. They were living their dreams. But I thank Chukwu Okike who brought Simon Ekpa on board. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw him, he embraced him. He said only one Chineke can do what he's doing. He didn't stop there. He said, go and listen to him. He is bringing a new dimension. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it. What he has seen today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it. And since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, we have seen that new dimension. He has been able to go into Finland and make sure that their government hear us and begin to support us. Today, at least, if the case of Biafra is mentioned in the United Nations, a country will come and speak on their behalf, that they are well. That is a milestone achievement. The unification of all the agitators has started. You see the BNL, they have joined the Autopilot movement. They have joined the Autopilot movement with Mazi Simon Ekpa as the spokesperson under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every agitating group are coming. They are coming gradually. They are coming. Every single call our brother Simon Ekpa have made, people have always responded. That's how to know who is anointed. If you are not anointed, you cannot make a call and Biafrans will answer you. Not in your dream. Our Biafran people are very difficult people. They don't just follow sheepishly. If you don't give a Biafran a reason to follow you, he's not going to follow you. Do you know how many years it took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make a turnaround, to make Biafrans begin to listen to him? More than a decade. More than a decade. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting on daily basis. He was shouting on radio. More than a decade before people woke up. Today, every one of us, we are building on that brand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are building on that solid foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can hit his chest and tell you that you cannot destroy IPOB. It will take you 1,000 years to destroy IPOB. You can't even. It's not going to happen. Nobody can destroy IPOB. And you have seen it. Today, that original IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established is still standing through the autopilot. Autopiloted, that IPOB is still existing. Autopiloted. Individuals on their own. Chukwu Okike is speaking to everybody. People are acting on their own. People are raising up their own. And Chukwu Okike anointed somebody to be a spokesperson. I didn't choose him. You didn't choose him. You didn't choose him. But he fell on him. And he accepted. The anointing fell on him. Because of his diligence. Because of his good work. The anointing fell on him. And today, he is there. But those who claim to be with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have been wearing their mask, he came and he unmasked every one of them. He unmasked all of them, every one of them, including those who are pretending to be followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't know that they are planning his death. Today they have come out and tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is dead. That the person we are seeing in the court is a masked person. And they are busy preparing to present their own angel. These were the people who have been preaching. You see them shouting, Mazin Nanekano this, Mazin Nanekano that. Go to their program, they are going to be playing the message of Mazin Nanekano. They play the message of Mazin Nanekano. Even up to now, they are still playing the message of Mazin Nanekano. But in the other way around, they'll tell you that he is dead. Mazin Nanekano say, is either Biafra or death. And these same people do not support Biafra, they don't believe in Biafra. These are the kind of clueless people we are having in the struggle. For a very long time, they have been hiding. Mazin Nanekano cannot be everywhere at the same time. He did all he has to do. In fact, he has suffered a lot all this while. That is why in the one of the last broadcasts he made, he cried. He was crying, are there no more men in Biafra land? Where are they? Where are the men? He came out, the prayer he was making in secret. He said, I can no longer make the prayer in secret. I will come out and make it openly. He demanded for 100 men to march. 100 men to march. This very movement you are seeing today. This march you are seeing today, we are about to make. Mazin Nanekano started it. He called that march. And we are building on that foundation to march to restore Biafra. Mazin Nanekano started it. But those who were supposed to carry on that flag and run, they didn't carry it. Instead, they were busy attacking the person that was standing for Mazin Nanekano. They claimed to be Mazin Nanekano, but they were attacking the very person, the only person that is fighting for the safety of Mazin Nanekano and his release, and also carrying his flag, propagating the agenda the Mazin Nanekano led, building on the foundation of Mazin Nanekano. They want to kill him. They attack him from east, from west, from north. They raise all manner of propaganda against him. But as they are raising that propaganda, because he is an anointed, Chukwu can continue to raise him. The more you demonize him, the more Chukwu can raise him. The more you talk evil against him, the more Chukwu can raise him. Today, you can see the level he is. None of them, all those people who have been castigated, none of them can match him anywhere. I thank Chukwu for the revelation that is happening. The unmasking of all the evil men in Biafra land, both politically, both in the agitation, both outside, all the evil men, they have been unmasked. P2B on has happened. He has been unmasked. Somebody who is promising you safety, promising you, giving you hope. You have seen the hopeless hope that he wants to give to you. It is so sad when you see these marksmen you see these wolves in sheepskin. You'll be wondering where are they coming from. But it's okay that what happened. Because from a very long time, when Mazin Nanekano was without, Mazin Nanekano, when he's broadcasting, he said that we are white and whiter than snow. That's what Mazin Nanekano said. And now today you have to realize that word that Mazin Nanekano was using was meant for him. He was talking about himself. Mazin Nanekano was the only white and whiter than snow that was covering every other person. Mazin Nanekano was white and whiter than white, and he was covering the sin of every other person. Mazin Nanekano was covering them. Mazin Nanekano was covering the sin of every other ones. You cannot see them because Mazin Nanekano was on top, shielding everybody. Then people begin to talk about white and white. When you go to their platform those days, you see them talking white. But today, how many of them do you hear is their mouth? Today, they are no longer bold enough to say that they are white and whiter than snow because they know that they are dirty more than a pig. So many of them today are dirty more than a pig. But all this while, why Mazin Nanekano was around? We now know that it is only Mazin Nanekano that is the person that is white and whiter than snow. And the light that is shining from Mazin Nanekano, that white, covers every other thing that is around him. But today, as that very white veil has been removed, which is Mazin Nanekano, you see how dirty, how dark every of those idiots are. Today, they can't even be bold to come and say, I am white and whiter than snow, because they know that they are not. But all this while, they have been hiding under Mazin Nanekano. Mazin Nanekano has been the glory that has been covering everybody. He has been the glory covering every one of them. That is how anointed Mazin Nanekano is. I call him our spiritual leader, not only our supreme leader, spiritual leader also. He sees things when you cannot see it. He hears things when you have not heard it. And the strategy that Mazin Samuel is taking, the stage that he's going, it is Mazin Nanekano that started it. He came to court. Mazin Nanekano came to court to give that order. Defend Biafra land. Do not allow them to be killed. That is what that his statement meant. But people misunderstood it. The meaning of the statement he meant when he said, We have come to defend Biafra. We are defending Biafra. Our duty is to defend Biafra, not to kill them. He reminded us that we should go home and defend Biafra land. Do not allow them to be killed. That is the message. Defend Biafra land and do not allow your people to be killed. That is the charge Master gave us. But you see some of idiots, they use that thing, even up to today, they're still using it to blackmail us. Those of them who are catching cultists and begin to film cultists and take cultists to confess to be members of ESN, they will begin to play that. They will begin. I saw one where they were asking about. They say, you heard what Master Nagano said in court. You heard he said that you should make Biafra land calm. What does Master Nagano have to do with the cultists they are presenting? You brought a cultist and you are telling the cultist to claim to be a member of ESN. You are using it to link to Master Nagano. That's insane. You must be mad. And I blame Biafrans that are sharing those useless videos. Today, the chief propagandist we have in the Zulu Republic against the Biafra, against Mazen Nagano, is Soludo. Soludo is sponsoring a heavy propaganda against IPOB. That's what Soludo is doing today. Go and check all the videos that are flying online. People who do Soludo death squad, they can go and catch a criminal. They will catch a fraudster. They will catch other cultists. And they will tell them to confess to be members of ESN. And they will video it. After videoing their confession, they will say it to the public. And some of us, Biafrans, will be ignorantly helping them to share. You don't have to share such video. You have no business sharing such video. You have no business sharing such video. Whenever you see such kind of video, you have no business sharing such video. You ignore it and walk away. Because you're not going to get anything from it. You're not going to, you won't achieve anything from it. Why must you be listening to such kind of video? Why must you be sharing it? The stage we are now is a stage where you don't listen to nonsense. You don't listen to idiots. You don't even attack them. You don't even look at them. Just like those ones who are busy still blackmailing. Those ones who are still busy analyzing the message of Master Simon Ekpa. Ignore them. Don't fight them. Don't challenge them. Don't go to their platform. Don't share with them. Don't even correct them. Let them be. They don't exist. They don't exist. The more you are talking about them, you are making them to exist. They don't exist. Don't mention their name. Don't mention their name. Don't go to their program and challenge them. Don't make any contribution. Once you see their program, you shift it and move on. They don't exist anymore. They don't exist. Whenever you see them coming out, you are the one making them relevant because you are going there to listen to them. We have to be focused. Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter what anybody does. Biafra will definitely come. And we are on the restoration already. The restoration of Biafra have started. So take your position. The call for the march, spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa the Dragon, he has already made the call. If you know any way you can be able to support in the struggle today, this is the time to come out. Those who are born for this assignment, this is the time. It is no longer in 20 years. Biafra is going to come in 2023. Take it or leave it. They call it a direct call for people to sponsor the coming of Biafra in 6 months. If you're one of those who are being blessed, there are so many Biafrans are billionaires all over the world. We have so many rich Biafrans. If Chukwu Okike has given you that blessing for the struggle and you are withholding it, it's going to be bad for you. It's going to be bad for you. It's going to be bad for you. If you are still the one, if you are blessed, if the blessing of the restoration of Biafra is in your hand and you leave that blessing and you hold it, you don't want to release it, Chukwu Okike is going to take every of your blessing from your hand. We must have to open our arms. You have to open your hands and give out that which has to be given where it's supposed to be given. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every one of us. If you are a contributor, any way you can contribute. If you are praying, go and pray more. Add fasting to your prayer. If you are agitating, agitate more. If you're sitting at home, canvass your people. Tell your neighbors who are not sitting at home, sit at home. Increase your force. Sit at home more. If you are supporting financially, increase your support. Join the 1,000 group. Join the 10,000 men. If you can, do it. And Chukwu Okike will never forget you. Write your name in gold. Go and write your name in gold. This is not the time to go and throw money in a gathering, or you go and throw money for people who are dancing and they will clap for you. If you want to show that you have made it, show that to the land of Biafra. Show that to the gods of Biafra land. And they will hold you tight, and your sea will never dry. Your sea will never dry. Any contribution you make in the struggle, you will never lack. You're going to be increased. Chukwu Okabia will never let you go. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect everybody that have watched this video. Everybody have joined me this broadcast. I say, may Chukwu Okabia guide and protect you. I'm going to stop here because our brother Simon Ekpa is coming online. He's going to be broadcasting. Omar and Omar is going to come so that we can prepare and wait for him when he comes online. Let us see what they have. Our brother Simon Ekpa is going to come online. He's coming online by 8 p.m. Biafra time. He's going to come online, and Omar are going to join him. He was supposed to have that broadcast yesterday, but he couldn't hold because of his special assignment that he has. He was on special assignments, so he couldn't be able to come for the broadcast yesterday. So it's going to happen today. The Umuada are coming on the platform today. So be there. Be there for you to see things and hear things for yourself. Also, wherever you are in Biafra land, try to connect to 97.5 FM. If you cannot be able to have data to join and watch online, connect to Radio Biafra, Voice of Biafra. Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM. You get first-hand information as they come. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect all the Biafrans all over the world. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect the Duduans, protect the Middle Beltans, protect everybody that is genuinely fighting for his or her freedom in that Zoological Republic. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect Sunday Bowo. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect our brother Simon Ekpa. Secure him, give him more strength, wisdom, and knowledge. Let his mental toughness increase. May Chukwu Okabia guide and protect our Supreme Leader Mazen Kanu. Secure him, give him good health, guide him and protect him, and bring him back to us very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember, I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okabia. Remember, blessed and stay safe. Bye-bye.